shout for my rep member.
All right, so we are just coming out from the court after a very long section and a long heated argument in the court during the court sections. Anyways, we are going to take one or two interviews from Nnamdi Kano's lawyer, and then let's hear from them how the court sections has gone. Obviously, you can see they are talking to themselves. It's presumed that things have not really gone so well in their favor. And again, just like we're hearing from outside, that there's been another adjournment, and of course, Nnamdi Kano has not really been granted, opportunity for medical. Let's hear.
Nnamdi Kano's request to be transferred to an external medical center.
Well, yes, that's quite a surprising ruling today. We were served all of a sudden, as a matter of surprise, an ambush with the medical report, which the court ordered the Nigerian Medical Association to submit since 26th September. So that medical report that we were served is dated 13th October. And it was today that we were served in open court with it. So, well, you can say that the defense had no ample opportunity to react to it. It was more of an ambush. But nonetheless, the court had ordered further that Nnamdi Kano be examined by the Nigerian Medical Association. That examination was never carried out, and the order was entered on 26th September and restated on 8th October. That part of the order was disobeyed. They never examined him. So the report is based on some informal meeting they held with Nnamdi Kano as far back as 18th September at the DSS headquarters in Abuja. They were invited to do that by the DSS. The court and the DSS are not the same. So what we have in court, or what we were served in court today, quite frankly, we cannot be sure where it emanated from. Did it emanate from assumption, or did it emanate from the examination carried out on 18th September before the court entered an order on 26th September? So we were quite surprised, flummoxed, and we felt a bit disadvantaged, but the proceedings had to continue apace as the court wanted it. So at the end of the day, the court made a conclusion and a ruling that Nnamdi Kano must enter his defense from the 24th of October and conclude his defense by the 30th of October. So basically, it's a 6-day trial window that we're looking at there.
So how fit is the defense now? How fit is the defense counsel, defense team particularly, entering the defense now? How ready are you guys?
Well, you see, lawyers are trained to be ready for any eventuality. But the justice of the matter is another case altogether. I choose not to comment on that.
Wait, we have to comment. Sorry, sir. This is a public document brought in by the medical council through the prosecution. So they serve us this thing today. And if you watch there, in this particular medical report, you can see all the ailments they say that Nnamdi Kano is suffering from. And surprisingly, somebody that has all these particular issues, you now, in the last paragraph, to say that from your own distance, he can stand trial. Somebody that is passing through all these ailments. Having said that, too, go to make a consequential order. Say, please, go and examine him and report back to me. They never examined Nnamdi Kano, only for them to come up with this report. Nigerian Medical Council, they should be very careful, because this is a professional body, and you are expected to act professionally. In your report, you are expected, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a practicing lawyer. You are expected to show that on this particular day, we obtained his specimen. We carried out this lab, and the lab showed this, and we are talking about somebody's life, for goodness sake. You cannot just enter into your office room and you open your system and start writing trash. And you want court to rely on it. And surprisingly, we are expected to take a date for us to go And because when the court gave us an opportunity to respond, we are ought to have taken a date to confer from our clients. It was when Nnamdi Kano said, "What? We are the people that even gave Nnamdi Kano this thing." When the court was about to sit, we are talking about somebody's life. Of course, as a matter of this thing, the Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town.
With their arms.
And somebody that is exercising his rights as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, these Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and the Nnamdi Kano today. It can be another person tomorrow. And we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Nnamdi Kano committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the west? You cannot. People have been agitating. Son Boho has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you arrested him? The answer is no. Because Nnamdi Kano is an Igbo and they feel that nobody can speak with him for him. And we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary to not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce this document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You did not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting, and you asked us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice, for goodness sake? We should call evil. And when you call evil, it will stop existing. That is our submission. Thank you.
No evaluation. You come up with the office. You didn't carry out any evaluation.
All right, you have heard it all from the lawyers of Nnamdi Kano, and of course you can see the anger in their voices and in their faces. Well, it's turning a different thing. We are all pleading that the Nigerian government should look into this and end this as fast as possible so that it doesn't escalate. Yes, we know what we are saying, so that it doesn't just escalate. They are beginning to target as an injustice against the whole tribe. And it's looking exactly as they are saying it because they are feeling marginalized. There are other persons also who are agitating. There are also bandits and terrorists that we have seen and we know them, and we are negotiating, having a peace talk with them, and having a dialogue with them. Not to talk about Nnamdi Kano, who is doing his exercising his right. Yes, he has every right to agitation. He has right for agitation. You can't just shut him up. Every other person can come. Anybody can agitate. What you just need is when it comes up like this, you call in circle, we have a seat with them. Let's find out what is making them to agitate. What is the problem? Everybody will share their problem. Okay, this is what we want. This is what we are saying. We have many groups who are agitating and they're destroying, causing mayhem in the society. But we can't even determine, say, okay, this is what they are after. This is what they want. This is what they're looking for. For example, the Boko Haram, they have been in existence for years now. And until now, they have not been able to capture them. We have not been able to understand what exactly the problem is, what they are agitating for, and what they actually wanted. Not to talk of Nnamdi Kano, who has not raised violence, who is not carrying arms. He hasn't done anything. It's not even inciting violence in the community, not to talk. It's just normal agitation that, okay, if you cannot give us this, if you cannot enjoy this same privilege, then let us go. They are now beginning to feel marginalized, that they are now second-class citizens. Anybody can just come up and ride on them and do whatever they want to do with them. At this time, you can hear from the lawyers. Look at the justice system. They can see what is going on. And what we are talking about here is just to give Mazen Nnamdi Kano. You said to look at what they are asking for. They are not even asking for too much thing. They're only asking for give this man a chance for a treatment. I beginning to wonder, is it now a crime? Is it now somebody who is detained cannot, be given a chance for treatment, cannot have a privilege of going for a medical checkups or whatsoever? No. From what the lawyer is saying here, you can see the paper that they were served today. And part of it contains the ailment that Mazen Nnamdi Kano is having. That is to say that it has been established that this man is sick. Whatever that has made him sick or whatever sickness that he's having is inconsequential. The important thing is that this man is sick. Then why not grant him access for a medical checkup? Why not grant him access for a medical? Do they want him to, die in the prison? So these are what we actually need to look into. We need to understand the judiciary system. So we are calling on every respective sectors that are in charge, the court, the DSS, the federal government should please weigh into this as fast as possible. Let's get this resolved before it escalates. Before you get to know it, some other group will start emanating from the southeast. There's been peace in the southeast. And I think just like people have been saying that they don't like the peace in the southeast, so they just wanted it to be, as violent as it has been in the north. And we don't want that. So for peace sake, we're actually calling on the federal government to intervene in Mazen Nnamdi Kano's matter. It has lingered a whole long. So let's settle this once and for all. Thank you very much.